More planes, more flights, more passengers. It's clearly in Heathrow's interests to expand, but the airport argues it's in the national interest too, and that concerns about the environment can be dealt with.
When you look at noise today, for example, despite the aircraft here, we are making less noise, much less noise than we did just 20 years ago. We are emitting less particles than we did 20 years ago, and that development will continue.
Here's Heathrow as it stands today, with 2 runways to the north and south of the terminals. The airport plans to build a 3rd runway to the northwest of the site, which will involve building a tunnel under a rerouted M25. Heathrow says the expansion will deliver 270,000 extra flights a year, will create up to 40,000 permanent new jobs, and that the UK economy will be £17 billion a year larger by 2050 as a result.
I want Britain to be able to trade with countries around the world, to sell what is made here in Britain around the world, and that's why airport expansion is so important.
I'm standing where the proposed terminal for the 3rd runway would be. The average property here currently sells for around £500,000. Now, the airport plans to buy up absolutely everything you can see here, 750 homes in total, and knock everything down to create the space it needs. The total estimated cost of the expansion is £49 billion. Heathrow has tried and failed to expand before. The village of Harmondsworth stands in the path of the 3rd runway, and once again opposition is building.
We're quite confident we will win, we will see off this challenge. We've done the last twice, so why not again?
If the past is a guide to the future, then the resistance will be widespread. The environmental costs will be scrutinised, the economic benefits will be contested. But Sir Howard Davis insists they do stack up. 10 years ago, he led the government-appointed Airports Commission, which backed a 3rd runway at Heathrow.
There will be a huge infrastructure project which will bring in lots of jobs, but thereafter London and the UK will be a better place for international firms to do business, because they will be able to travel more easily, more frequently to the places from which they come.
More planes at Heathrow would mean more carbon emissions. The Airports Commission concluded the UK could build a 3rd runway here and hit net zero if the rest of the economy decarbonises fast enough. It did not support extending Gatwick or Luton airports. The government now does.
Joel, you mentioned there many homes would have to be demolished to make way for this 3rd runway. You're in the village of Longford in West London, which would be badly affected, destroyed in fact. And what's been the reaction there?
Well, I think the reaction at the airport is that it feels emboldened. The government was elected last summer on a promise to lift economic growth, and it has decided that airport expansion is a key part of that. Luton and Gatwick also have expansion plans, and if all 3 airports are allowed to grow, then it would mean up to 450,000 extra flights a year in the skies above the United Kingdom. Here's the snag. The former chair of the Climate Change Committee, which exists to advise the government on how to reduce CO2, greenhouse gas emissions, told ITV News earlier that's simply not plausible.
You can only deal with this if you are prepared to have the expansion in Heathrow and not have anywhere else. Otherwise, you can't keep within the envelope that is necessary if you are going to meet our requirements in order to stop climate change.
Before submitting a formal application, Heathrow wants reassurance from the government that it is not going to get bogged down in repeated legal and planning objections. It also wants clarity on the landing fees it will be able to charge airlines after the project is complete. Remember, this is being privately financed, but the airport will want to recoup its costs. The claim is that an expansion will lead to cheaper fares. Maybe, but there are good reasons to be sceptical.